Dancing, it's making noises.
You don't even know what you're doing here.
Look, it's so dark of a secret. It's a brick wall.
Welcome.
I love it.
It is probably something about spiders or cars or house cats.
It still took half an hour to cut that overlay. That's amazing.
All right.
All right. Welcome, everybody. So, in order to toss something else into the mix, something that would be a little bit different from Everstorm, I am not the only architect of what we're about to start tonight. Clint and I have been in a conspiracy. He knows a great deal about what we're doing and has been lying to all of you this whole time.
Of course he did.
He threw me under the bus. I was going to play it very smooth.
No.
Right off the
No. We're starting this.
He worked his hand.
Starting
overlay together. So
he wants everyone to know that no one can be trusted. That's what he
I have
wants.
uploaded a blank character sheet called Dark Secret to the chat of this call.
That
perfect.
is
So I can't pull it up.
that is not landscape. I'm not filling it out.
You don't gotta fill it out.
Landscape.
So
I'm turning it sideways.
I added dots. You guys are welcome to download that, print it off, do whatever you want.
Hey,
I'm not
email
gonna
it to me.
make you do nothing.
Email
one
it to
thing
me.
I know for sure is I see hit points, so we're going to be indestructible.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Right.
So,
Oh, please.
You also wrongly assumed that I have a printer.
Oh, god damn it.
okay, where
I tried
did
to
I
change
put
it to landscape.
Jeff is
on
already
there.
trying to figure out the system.
He's trying to game the system. He's doing
He's
research.
doing
I can
it
see
right
it
now.
Look at
No,
my
I was
guys.
just starting my
Google
third
search
screen.
by image.
This is going to be a badass hydro play. That's all I got to say.
He's like, looks like this homebrew.
Looks like this homebrew. Levi homebrew. He doesn't do
Hey,
I
Arlene,
don't like
thank you
homebrew.
for the...
Levi doesn't like crunch.
What's up?
What's up? Yes.
Hey, Air's back and she's subscribed with Prime. Ooh.
Actually, it looks a lot like the Aberrant sheet in some ways, but in others, yeah, it's interesting.
Ooh.
Guys, I want
It
you
looks
to
like
know.
Levi maybe made it up.
Yeah, yeah.
I want you
That's
to
what I
know
thought.
that if you change the scale to 75, it will fit on the sheet landscape, which I have done.
Oh, boy.
Which
All right, gentlemen. So, you all are in the real world, a modern era, modern technology. All the real world events that are currently happening are, however, we will be taking place in a fictitious town
So, guys, I don't want to play this game. I live this
that
game.
will be totally.
COVID sucks.
It will be the location of where we're playing will be tonally similar to a location that at least 5 of us know. Tim, you'll play catch up.
Illinois.
I've done it before, I think.
It will not be the same name, and I'm moving some stuff around, but I do love the familiarity of certain layouts. And so we're going to use some of those similar layouts. And then for
So-
Timmy's sake, I'll toss in some of his flavor too, because I don't want the man left out.
So basically, if I
Alright.
need to find a stinky hog
Is this
farm,
a
I can
sequel
just
to the
go
old
near the high
football
school
game?
football station.
No,
Where it is, yeah.
this is not.
This is not the sequel to the old Sabat game? I just
It's
make
not. This game will have no connection to any game I've ever run before, or any other game we've been in before. So you are all people.
I am a person.
It's true.
So,
So the five-headed
However-
Hydra is out.
However, there have been some things that have been tossed out in dialogue about what this game will be. Hey, chat. So I've essentially trolled the guys with the game. I haven't told them what it is. So then that led to a number of things on our Discord server that were being tossed out. Gogo, would you like to tell them what you're going to play?
Well, we do you want all the different examples or just the
I
most
think we
recent?
start from the top and go work our
Okay,
way.
Let's just go from the initial.
Okay, so
And go down
when
from
Levi
there.
pitched this initially, because me and Jeff love the idea of just blindly making characters, and I know Jeff really hates it. I don't actually mind too much. But I pitched out a buddy cop film between mine and Jeff's character, where he's a Roomba from the future with a bad attitude, and I'm a talking car. and it was gonna be a buddy cop film, and then I think Cameron became like the intelligent weapon bristles of the Roomba.
Yeah, I was gonna be the bristles of the Roomba that had like an actual personality and could like refuse to attack and like all that kind of stuff.
And I was gonna try to get Timmy to be Hoff because I need David Hasselhoff to drive a talkie car, so it's gonna just be the
Nobody wants to be the Hoff.
I'm just gonna put this out there. I said yes on Discord. I'll say yes tonight. If you want to be a talking car, you can be a talking car in this game. Pan, if you want to be a Roomba, you get to be a Roomba. And if you want to be Bristles Cam, I'm not going to say no.
So then after
I'll think about it.
They never invited me to be anything.
Well, we were waiting for you to chime in with what you
I had to make up this Bristol thing.
I just rolled in and trolled, and then it just turned into a thing.
He was going to be Mark Watney, the astronaut, aka botanist.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah,
If he
after
wants
I
to be
gave
Mark
my own,
Watney, the
I was left
astronaut.
out. So
It's
Well,
almost as if
in
somebody.
theory, we didn't technically invite Cameron or Tim. They just picked up on what we were doing and just added to it. So it was,
Yeah, but also somebody knew all about this and didn't tell
Right.
us. So
Right, right.
So then after, we were talking about it more after Wisdom Check on Monday, and me and Jeff decided that if it was fantasy setting, we were going to play a two-headed Etten.
That was right.
Then I realized we could
Started as an
expand.
Etten. I like
So,
that.
so then we decided
I like
we could
starting
expand
as
it
an
to a five-headed Hydra. And this could
We
just
could
be
all
like a
just play the
reality
heads
show
of the
of a
Hydra.
five-headed Hydra with all of us playing a different head.
And I just found out tonight about the five-headed Hydra because these fine gentlemen, much as we throw around Dark Secret, which, chat, just so you know, is literally the name of the color swatch of my black walls in this basement, which led to the general like inside joke of everything being a Dark Secret because Pan hates Dark Secrets shared between or not shared between characters.
Not shared. Yeah, that's a very important.
Not shared. That's what makes it dark. So that said.
we're the worst.
These gentlemen have their own Discord chat that I'm not allowed to see, which I fully endorse. I fully endorse because these guys assuredly have much better tactics when I don't know. Players should be allowed to not have the DM know stuff because then the DM can actually like. I normally don't try and plan to destroy them. I really don't because I only want the villain to plan with their own knowledge, so I try not to tactic around them. So this five-headed Hydra caught me by surprise.
We're here to throw anything at you.
Now, I gotta tell you,
as
as an aside, it messes with me now because the quote-unquote Dark Secret non-Levi channel now sits directly above Dark Secret this game channel, and I have to watch before I post, so I remember which Dark Secret I
That's
posted.
okay. After tonight, Dark Secret's channel name will change to what the name of this actual game will be, and it does have a different name.
Okay.
So next overlay, I need a dark basement. We're gonna call it Dark Basement. That sounds ominous. I don't want to go in the. I don't want to go in the dark basement.
Just in time for October.
Popsicle in the basement.
All right. So, in essence, you guys are making people from the world. Name, profession, archetype, choose. I don't care. Now, for stats, you've got 14 points to spread amongst that entire stack. But at most you can have is 5 dots in any of your attributes for right now. So even though there's a 6th dot listed, that is one that you can work towards
What was the
later
number
with
total?
XP. It's listed on that sheet. It says 14. So you've got strength, dex, stamina,
see.
perception, intellect, willpower, and then it says 14 points to spread amongst them.
Okay. I like
Hit points is a formula I'll have to give you.
Will be important.
Speed is also a formula I'll have to give you based on that. Fatigue doesn't come into play, obviously, now, because that's something that stacks up over time. And I got to dig for... Okay.
Hey, how much XP do we get
Skills?
for character creation?
None.
It's just
Don't
points.
you get like XP every game you're here? Like, so you get XP for game 1?
Let me think about that. No. And then the part we're going to have the most fun with is skills. So once you guys have your attributes figured out, let me know when everybody's ready for skills.
So you
we
said
have to figure out the
how many
attributes
total
first.
points?
Okay.
The
14.
attributes are 14 points. The most you can have in anything is 5 right now. You can't have a 6th point yet.
And is this World of Darkness style? There's no first automatic dot?
Correct.
Okay.
There's no first automatic dot,
So unlike World of Darkness. Got it.
unlike World of Darkness.
And we are playing in not Paris, right?
We're playing in Paris, not Paris.
Got
You're
it.
playing in
Okay.
Paris, Illinois, not Paris, Illinois.
So I should come up with a character concept.
So
that
you are
involves
playing
that.
here. I'll give you your setting. Gentlemen, you're all originally from Rome, Maine.
Rome, Maine.
Like the lettuce.
Hey, we've all heard that joke. Ha
Yeah,
ha.
yeah, that was an old one.
Yeah, all right.
No, I'm from the real Rome, the one in Maine. RHS, home of the lumberjacks. You know, the jackers.
The Jackers. All right, let's see.
You guys
I
are
didn't know
all-
that one. That's
You guys
not
are all.
good.
You guys are all. that joke is loved and hated by everybody from Rome, Maine. It's one of those where if you're from Rome, you're allowed to say that. If you're from the neighboring town of Chrisman, fuck you.
Yeah.
What do I want to play?
Well,
You know,
I-
Chrisman, Maine. It's
I've
only
tried.
about 9 miles north.
I will be playing a character I played in the Monster of the Week game, I think, that I liked a lot.
Okay.
Good old Dale Johnson will write again.
Bill Johnson.
Dale Johnson is the most mundane man you'll ever meet.
It sounds like he
Supernatural
belongs
things.
in Rome, Maine.
That's right. Supernatural things haunt him all the time, everywhere he goes. He is constantly uprooting and leaving towns, hoping to get away to a quiet life. And yet, every time, something weird happens. He crossed the Canadian border recently. As soon as he crossed the border, what happens? He saw the fucking Sasquatch.
That's tough.
That's saying
Sasquatch
up.
just shows up.
Literally, a living house happened once.
Nice.
And
Nice.
Sure, that wasn't a
Spin
house you
through it.
lived in.
no.
Now,
Library came alive. It was nuts.
Rome, Maine is a coastal town.
Perfect.
Mhm.
It's about an hour out of Bangor, and it's a little bit north of Bangor. So it's starting where Maine starts getting pretty sparse. People drive a little bit too fast on the highways outside of town because they know there's only the 3 cops in the county.
I'm playing one of the cops.
You got it.
One of them.
The only hitch is you all know each other, grew up together, and at least during high school, were good friends.
Okay.
With your good friend Barry.
Whoa.
Barry
man.
went
I
out
don't
into
know
the
what this guy's
world.
like. He
Barry
left
went out into the
Rome
world.
behind.
Oh man.
Sorry. I'm writing the story in my head.
Barry went out into the world, the BJB,
Yeah.
and Barry, as you all knew, went on to something related to academia. We didn't really know quite where he'd land. Ended up in library sciences, somewhere in the Midwest. You guys get a little hazy on where. However,
soon to be Dr. Barry.
soon to be Dr. Barry. However, gentlemen, last week you got the phone call.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Barry died.
Whoa, that's not okay.
That's some old bullshit. I'm out.
And I'm really sorry, guys.
Man.
But you've all decided to finally come back home for Barry's funeral.
Okay.
And not
This
only
turned really dark
for Barry's
really
funeral,
fast.
That just sucked the joy right out of
not
me.
only for Barry's funeral, but also because if there's one thing you guys all thoroughly enjoyed growing up is the few times that you had the illusion of freedom, you guys would take Barry's dad's fishing boat out into the Atlantic
I
and
would
do
drive because BJ wouldn't drive.
That's
right.
It's true. It's true.
short burst fishing trips as soon as you guys were 16. And in honor of Barry, after you guys have all attended his funeral, you've all agreed that the best thing to do is to have one of those last fishing trips. So you guys all headed out to the open ocean for the idea is you guys would actually like kind of camp on the boat. It's big enough to have a lower deck that's tight. It's tight, but there is room for you all to sleep on it. And you guys would all drink to Barry, catch some fish, tell some stories, and most importantly, to truly honor his memory, disconnect. So phones were actually left at the boat rental at the dock. So you guys could just enjoy each other's company for a solid 4 days out at the water.
What could possibly go
Say,
wrong?
why does this
Everstorm.
feel like I'm going to get sucked through the Everstorm?
Everstorm.
Modern day.
With all that information in mind, your town is approximately 10,000, give or take. Your town does have a handful of chain big stores. It's got a Target, but on the outskirts of town now, that's becoming more of the bigger area to go to. That area is also picking up some industry, some warehouses and stuff like that for shipping. The main downtown area is like most small towns, clinging on for dear life with a lot of mom and pop. But on the outskirts of the downtown, you have all your chained restaurants and a lot of fast food. And fast food thrives here while mom and pop restaurants die on the vine, despite the fact the town is constantly complaining we've got nothing unique about us. We got nothing unique about us. But the town does not support unique because it's too damn expensive when I can just go to Burger King for $5. So Rome, Maine is a pretty red state. You're all descended from lumberjack camps that stuck around and grew into towns when this whole area got logged. To that end, there are old lumberjack families and like lumber pseudo barons, sort of like farmers that are now trying to maintain regrowth. And then there's a lot of like EPA chatter back and forth about the best way to maintain Maine's beauty. But I just wish the EPA would just leave us alone. And that, gentleman, is Rome, Maine. So,
Jeff,
who
what
are
is
you?
your name, old friend?
Oh, my name is Dale Johnson.
Dale.
Dale Johnson.
Tim, what's your name?
Oh, I do not have a name yet. I'm still working on that. Right?
Cam. What's your name?
My name is going to be...
It's going to be Cam.
Nope, it's not. I've already thought, I was like, I can't play Cam. Don't play Cam.
It's going to be Cameron.
Give me a second. I'm going to come up with this soon.
Hey,
though.
Dustin,
Give me a
what's your
second.
name?
My name's Duke.
Duke.
And you don't know if it's a first name, a last name, or a nickname, but
Duke
everyone
and
calls
Dale?
him Duke.
Duke and Dale.
Dale.
I like Duke and Dale.
Should we all do
Rusty
these?
Raiders.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like I shouldn't. No. Let's see here.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Air Laser
Air Laser has
redeemed.
redeemed Dark Secret Advice.
Oh,
Oh, but she did not redeem anything.
Oh,
Oh,
Cam's
Cam-
character's
oh.
name is Trick
Trick
Lampton.
Rick
Lampton?
Lampton.
I think she thinks this is your baseball commentary show.
How do I? Hold on. Let me do something here. Let's see here.
It's
Are
kinda-
you gonna dark secret your own suggestion for your own name?
name. There we go.
Ah,
it's classic.
Well, let's work with it. I'll
Turning
take
down any
Lampton.
channel thing.
I'll
every
take
time.
Lampton, but Trick
call
is
him
not going to
Trick.
work for the character.
Whatever his
Right.
actual name is, we nicknamed him Trick in high school. So
Yeah.
he's
Okay,
Trick.
you can do that. You can.
Oh,
do
I
that.
like that.
Yeah.
I'll stick with Lampton, but I'm going to have a different first name. But we can go with the nickname Trick.
I want a refund. You can't do that.
All right, so we will go with. I should go with something like really embarrassing, and that's why he's like, "Yeah, I'll go with Trick is fine."
Lemmy.
We'll do like Bartholomew.
Oh
And
yeah.
they're like, "We can call
Bartholomew
you Bart," and I'm like, "No, that's that yellow guy on the TV. I don't want to be him."
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then they're like, "Something
In high
happened."
school, people literally called you Simpson.
Yeah,
They're
and
like,
then
ha,
like
ha.
did something on the football field, and they're like, "Oh, that was a crazy trick" or something, and you just get a silly nickname for no reason. So,
But you were
Okay.
in the band. I mean, so it's not like you were on the football
I
field
was.
as a football player. I mean,
I could have been. I'm not playing Cam. Remember? That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're
I
doing.
mean, you were on the field, but you were holding the water bottle, so it doesn't
Cam
count.
considered playing football for like 10
Fun
minutes.
fact: high school was kind of the pre-Cam workout days. Like,
Oh
It
yeah.
was.
Oh
before
yeah.
Cam was a beefcake, so
I was about
Very
one
skinny boy.
145, soaking wet, same
Pre-
height
all
as
of
I
us
am
workout
now.
days, except for you,
90s
Dustin.
face
You played
curtains.
yeah, I was the
I
one who
can't.
was in shape back
Yeah.
then. Not so much anymore.
90s face curtains. I can't make fun because I had literally the same hair.
Everybody did. Everybody did.
I'm Watney.
Watney, there you go.
Watney. I can't actually be Mark because that'd be my brother's name, and that's kind of weird.
That's a little weird. Yep.
So I'm Watney. First name, last name
what
can
was
be
my Lampton?
Watney. Watney. What's a good? Actually, I'm Walter Watney, but you guys probably always called me Watney.
Oh man, he's gonna start a meth lab.
That's
stat.
right.
Walter Watney.
The question. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the question is, do we need to be from this town, or
We're
can
all
this
high
be
You're
like
not
a?
from this town.
Well, I'm
You're all
sorry,
high
sorry.
school friends. One of you
Do we
could have
have to
easily.
currently live here? Is what I mean.
No.
That's what I'm.
No,
Okay. Okay.
no.
Okay.
You could live anywhere in the world conceivably, but you are all back for BJ's funeral.
So this is kind of like the Stephen King It sort of deal. Like all the friends come back. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
if you think of it
I
that way.
haven't seen it.
Like
I don't know. Or read the
I
book.
haven't either, but I know the story. But
yeah, but the story is all that matters.
I don't know the story.
I think
Hey.
Bartholomew Trick Lampton is gonna be
The longest
the
name.
guy that still lives here.
All right.
He's gonna be the guy that didn't ever leave ever. That's what he's gonna be.
I'm gonna
I think
go
that's
with
what we're gonna do.
Kane Cadman.
With a K or a C?
Everybody's
C-A-I-N?
Kane with a K-A-Y-N-E.
oh,
Whoa,
Kane.
Caney.
Yeah, that's all
What's your last name?
Celtic County. Cadman.
Cadman.
C-A-D-M-A-N.
You
And
know, the Cadman's on the east side.
Right.
yeah. And
His
that's-
mom was
Shirley.
oh no, it's Sherilyn Cadman. You know her.
Used to be Smith, but you know she married that cat.
I'm already writing it down. There's gonna be so many note taking with name
You're
dropping.
gonna
It's gonna
have
be
the
bad.
most elaborate family trees that we're just gonna keep making up on the spot.
Like, God damn it, guys, stop, slow down.
roughly how far are we from high school at this point?
Good.
You guys
question.
are you're now you are late 30s, maybe pushing 40. You are well into your careers. Some of you could have changed careers at this point multiple times. I don't know
Multiple
what your family status is. It is up to actually, you know, I'll make this a group decision. You can determine your relative age, but you all went to high school together, so you all have to be within about 3 years of each other as a group.
Got it. I know. Okay.
What town did you
I know.
say we're close to, technically?
Christmas.
Bangor.
Bingo.
Oh.
Bangor.
Bangor,
Maine.
Maine is like
Yeah, I
the
see it.
Like out there,
metropolis.
I see it.
It is your big city
And we're
that all
north
the
of that.
fancy pantsers are from. All of you, you're north of it, and all of you have opinions on Stephen King only because he is the defining celebrity of the area. You can love him or hate him. In general, just so you know, I am a big King fan, and in the area, they are definitely mixed about him. It's a very much a small town, too big for his britches kind of thing, even though he has donated a lot to the town, and people like that. But Maine has a tonal judgment that the Midwest also has,
Okay.
and pride. That is very true. Of like, oh, you go out to the big city, you make your big money. Now you come back, you think we're all going to be cool. Okay, sure you are.
There will be spiders.
Yeah. So
Excuse me. Sorry.
bless you.
Probably, Nikki.
Oh yeah.
Or house cats. I
So it's
cover
been-
both ends of the spectrum.
It's been
There was almost-
decided Dale will be an exterminator.
Oh, very
Dale
nice.
the Exterminator.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, no one redeemed for that?
Nice.
Okay, well, I'll go with it.
Dale Exterminator.
You guys are all proud jackers.
Watney, by the way, is a professional micro terraformer. That's how he describes his job. Okay, he mows grass. Okay, like he does minor landscaping.
Micro
But he always talks a big game. So
Does he do actual landscaping though?
yeah, a little landscaping. He does like he's put some landscape timbers down. He's put a sidewalk on before. But yeah.
So he's like
he has his own
a
business.
slightly specialized handyman.
He has his own business. He actually got a small business loan to pick up a '98 Ford Ranger, and it has MTF on the side, which was actually the railroad that went through town. But he just wrote micro terraformer underneath those 3 letters.
He just used the acronym right there. Who needs new truck graphics?
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
All right,
Okay.
I've decided on
You guys
Bart,
gotta beat that shit.
Bartholomew Trick Lampton, right?
Trick Lampton.
Trick.
Trick.
So I've decided that Bartholomew is he was the high school quarterback that definitely peaked in high school and just that was it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now
I bet I can throw this over the mountains.
yeah. So Trick, or Bart as he's called by the professionals, is a like large machinery pilot for hire. So like he drives forklifts and backhoes.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. So he
I
mainly
wanna
works.
You're an operator. You're an operator.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
What he's gonna do. So he's gonna be like vehicle guy, driving stuff around, picking stuff up.
Heavy equipment operator.
Heavy equipment operator. That's what
I'm
he's gonna
writing
be.
that down.
Do it. Where can I? Okay, profession. That can go in profession.
I'm
Heavy
just writing
equipment
all this in the
operator.
back. It's lovely. It's yeah.
Are you writing it
No.
horizontally?
No.
Come on.
Come on. No, dude.
What do you think he is, an animal?
The rebellion against portrait is just unacceptable.
Sorry.
So, Dustin Duke, are you still playing the local cop?
I am on the
Are you
beat
going to
cop.
be town or county?
You're
Ooh,
county.
good question. Good question.
Are you a county mountie?
If we're a small enough town, it's technically the same.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, right. There's both, but I mean, like
It's
county,
different.
like
Well, now, just to be clear,
He's definitely not state level. He's
Yeah.
definitely
just to be
local.
clear, which makes things nice and confusing, and you guys are in Greater County, Rader, and Greater County. It turns out that Rome, Maine, is the county seat. So the town is flooded with both townies and county mounties. You get pulled over by the sheriff. You get pulled over by a city cop.
Oh man.
It's kind of a wash.
Oh God.
I think
yet-
I'll just go with straight.
They don't
straight-
necessarily get along all that well.
Yeah, I think I'll just go with straight like city
Ah.
cop.
Air laser. Yes. Okay.
Oh.
No. Hi, y'all. Air laser. I'm so sorry. Hi. Down here in the States, we call any sheriff or deputy working for one of our counties. Do you guys? Okay. The way we break things down is our country, states, then smaller than states. We break up our states into what's called counties, and we break our counties up into townships.
Unless you're in Louisiana, and then they're
And then we call them parishes. And so our counties have elected sheriffs and then have deputies, and we jokingly call those people county mounties because it rhymes.
totally.
So not like the actual Royal Canadian
Which
Mounted
has
Police,
nothing to do with the Royal
who are
Canadian
actually
Mounted
kind of
Police,
badass.
who are actually really cool. So apologies, Canada, for ripping off your cool title and turning it into a jokey nickname.
All right, so I've figured out another layer of
there's more.
Bart
It's
Trick
getting deeper.
Lampton here, right? So he's a heavy equipment operator, and he's in this tiny town, but he's going to be one of the few members of the International Union of Operating Engineers. So since this is pretty like red statey, people are like, well, that guy's cool because he does a blue collar job, but he's not cool because he's in a union. We got to pay him too much.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So he's going to be like constantly torn back and forth on this. And like, some people
like
give him
union
shit, some
steward?
people won't, you know? So,
Yeah. And you're not really a fan of the Bogue family because they're not union and they undercut your shit constantly.
Probably. That's probably true. So it's all right. I will do my best to run other heavy equipment operators out of town or get them to join.
So because you, the teachers
Come on
union,
in.
came
I
too.
get a finder's fee, I'm sure, right?
Gotta hit on the teachers too.
Turns out Trick was part of organized crime.
And as a local beat cop, I organize the crime.
Well, all I can say is I have used the backhoe to dig and bury plenty of people. So, I mean, it was all sanctioned by the state because they had actually died at a funeral, but don't think that makes me any less intimidating.
It was for a short stint when I was working for the monument company, but
That's what I was working for
I
Stuart
did bury
Carroll's
people.
funeral home.
Who's next?
I figured out Kane is dropped out of college at the University of Michigan to pursue a career in professional paintball, which only lasted
Ooh, nice.
5 years until he rolled his ankle. And
I hear a sharpshooter setup going on
I
here.
know some inspiration for this character and I love it already.
so now has been trying to crack his way into the esports and Twitch scene and follow up in the COVID attempt with no other options.
Awesome. He's a wannabe esports player. That's amazing.
What little
too bad
endorsement?
the internet's so bad here in Romaine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you got no chance.
What's the game?
Oh yeah, what do you play? Come on, what do you play? What's your game?
Oh, right now? Definitely Among Us.
Okay.
Esports Among Us.
Sometimes you just gotta ride the hot if you want to
You
make
gotta ride what's hot. Next up, you're going for esports Fall Guys.
Making a comeback, guys.
Does anybody else want to go? Or we can keep going, talk about points, getting
Local
greedy.
cop, right? Local cop.
Duke.
Also drives a backhoe. But not
Whoa. Hold up. Not on my watch.
That's why you guys haven't talked in 10 years, right?
Maybe. And now we're gonna have like a really like stare down across the table, like all we do is just like nod at each other. Yeah, that's it. Maybe Duke was like
Everybody thinks that it's so
hold on. Duke moved to neighboring town Crispin in middle of high school just so he could play quarterback against me.
Oh yeah.
Or he played linebacker so he could tackle the shit out of me because he didn't like me.
Duke could have moved in with his uncle who lives just beyond the city line out in the country.
Okay.
Where one road separates Rome district from Chrisman district.
There we go. Now we're rolling.
But we all know he didn't really move. He
I
just
literally just described my cousins back home.
There's a lot of canon going on here.
Oh, it's gonna be great. We're gonna mine the shit out of this cannon. I'm telling you, it's the best move.
So no, yeah, he's
fantastic.
he's just kind of a just a dick and an asshole, you know. He's a cop, so it just kind of comes with the territory, right? They got to be a little bit, but everyone likes him, you know. He's Duke, like
He's Duke. Everyone likes him.
he's got to.
Duke's cool. Duke's cool. Guys, give Duke a break.
He's just a good guy, so
He's a good old boy.
yeah.
He's never meaning no harm.
Never mean
Jeff, did you stay in Romaine?
No. Dale,
Of course you didn't. You're
right
too good
out
for
of high
this
school,
place.
decided
I see
that
how
he
it
needed to stake it out on his own, and went to Louisiana.
Louisiana. Damn.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
they have
That's
parishes.
a very specific
Parishes.
choice.
I just pulled it out of my ass. It was great.
Going to parishes.
The moment he got there, weird shit started happening to him.
Sure.
It was just right out the gate.
Louisiana's full of weird shit.
Yeah, all Baron Samedi and shit. Next thing I knew, he was part of a cult.
Sure. What's the name of this
Y'all
cult,
heard about
Jeff?
Dale, right? He got sucked into a cult, went down to Louisiana.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
He's
Yeah,
been
that's
squirting bugs ever since.
Chad,
You know-
help me out with
He's
a name for
been
this cult.
squirting bugs. ever
Something
since.
You guys heard about Dale? They went to them, joined one of them churches. Now he calls it that. Everybody knows it's a cult.
Just
You're
just
saying-
give me a heads up what
You're
happened
saying
to
he
him in the
goes
last
to
game.
North Arm. Gotcha.
Oh no! Oh no!
In
North
Monster of the
Arm.
Week, what happened?
That's
to
a
him?
shot fired right there.
True story. And the Monster of the Week campaign, and he went to like everything was at a Tim Hortons, and up there they don't call a 2 sugar 2 cream a double for apparently. So like
Okay.
I had my character walk up and say that, and that was like a code word, and there was a cult underneath that was run out of this place, and he ending up in this fucking cult. Like they just let him in. He's like, "Well, this is weird. Okay, I'll just come on down here then and see what's up." And oh, shit, that's some real mighty weird stuff down here. Artifacts? Well, don't mind if I do.
Artifacts.
And he ended up like all kinds of wacky shit. So that's what's going to be happening
Okay,
at this first go.
So would the cult be a Christ re-skinning, pretending to be a church that actually is a cult, or is it a full-on oddity that you get sucked into?
No, I think it's going to be a full-on like voodoo cult. Like just somehow just some weird trick of things occurs. He gets drunk or something, wakes up in a weird place, weird people. He's just sucked in.
You just talk about all the people out in Sanford.
Duke says, "Yeah, I got plenty of calls about them. I've had to break up some weird bonfires in my day."
I drive out there, flip the lights on a few times, they all scurry, and I go back home. I don't frankly care.
Ooh, what about like naming it after a saint?
Okay.
That's always a good start.
Like the patrons of Saint Judith, or the North Arm Church is Saint Aloysius, just so you know.
St. Aloysius, right?
Yeah, it literally is Saint
That
Aloysius.
is the name of the church. It's true.
Wow.
I have
You
family
can throw that
goes
one
there.
in there if you want.
Let's do it.
It was just shots fired at my own family. So it was
Shots fired at
Whoa.
my entire family too, because
Oh,
like
they
my
go there
mom,
too?
my
Oh,
mom's whole side takes care of that church. I thought you were shooting at me.
No, I was shooting at my own
Hold
family.
on, hold on.
I didn't know I was shooting at yours too. That's
Saint Dominic of Silos. It's the patron saint against rabies, rabid dogs, insects,
Yes.
captives.
Amazing.
Oh, was it Saint what?
Saint Dominic's of Silos.
So
All
I
right.
met this guy.
That's from
at
Catholic.org, so that's legit.
convention. He said,
Yep,
"I was
at a conservative.
Louisiana with
Exactly,
him."
exactly.
He said he got this club of exterminators that gets together on the weekend, talk shop.
I mean, it was all right the first week we were in there. We had a nice dinner. It went well. Had some wine. Next thing I know, there was a goat head. It was the weirdest shit.
Make business connections.
I think that I have to have some sort of NPC who's just my dispatch. That just calls
Oh,
in
yeah,
stupid
yeah,
codes
yeah.
for shit that's like you have to
Linda?
think of fake police codes for everything. Yeah, whoever, it doesn't matter.
Hey, Duke, I got one for you.
Dude, we got a 972 out on the East Forward. Like, what the fuck's a
I was
972?
saying, that should be the best part is that you always have to ask her what the number means.
Oh,
You never know any of
I don't know what
the
any codes are. What the hell's a 972, Linda?
Linda Ferguson, you
codes. Damn it, Linda, I told you to just ask. I don't know
Linda's
what it
been there
is.
forever. She was there. She was dispatch when you got hired and you were just a rookie.
Yeah.
This is
I figured out
already the
Sport
most
is
amazing game we've ever played.
Your esport is Splatoon.
Yeah, and I played for Incorporated. That's incorporated with a K.
Splatoon, I don't even know what
Okay.
that is.
Because it has to be edgelord like that.
Splatoon is it's a Nintendo Switch game. I think it was on the Wii U as well. Where it makes the paintball transition kind of funny because you basically shoot paint.
Oh, yeah.
The goal of the game isn't necessarily to kill the other players; it's to get the most paint on the floor than the other team.
It's kind of a Tron sort of deal where you kind of cut them off to like win.
Well, you know, Kane says he's into esports, but he plays esport on Nintendo Switch. No No good esport plays on the Nintendo Switch.
Hey, he's down right now, okay? Paintball where it didn't do what he thought.
Keyboard and mouse is the
couldn't
only
afford
way.
the
Don't you
Xbox.
know
Give
that?
Break.
You got
He
to
couldn't
start somewhere.
afford the Xbox.
Keyboard
He
and
had to
mouse.
install
No.
his cousin's Switch when it's over for Christmas. Claimed I have no idea where it went.
You can't talk about that. We still have an open case on it. You can't know.
That case.
Oh my God.
Years.
Nothing
You
else.
been hot over that one.
This game is going to fuel our creative
Oh my
juices.
God. I'm gonna have to keep copious name
Oh.
notes. It's gonna get bad fast. Hold on. I forgot to write that Linda's dispatch. Hold on, here we go.
Linda Ferguson is dispatch.
Linda Ferguson's dispatch. Okay. Are we ready for other stuff?
Sure. Yeah. What's
Oh, I
next?
got a
Okay.
question
Skills.
since you were asking us about putting points
Yes.
in. So I remember in a lot of the old World of Darkness games, they would often give like a description. So like, how many dots is like an average person has 2 in strength, or
An average person is 2.
okay, so 2 is
With-
like
with
average.
2, you are baseline average.
Yeah.
With 3, you've shown an aptitude for that thing. With 4, I generally consider 4 to be the level that you are.
That was always used
very
to be like a
good at
human
it.
cap, but
Yeah, 4, you are very good at it, and or you have dedicated that as your profession. Like you've spent a life getting good at that thing. And
Pretty
then
good at
5
backbone.
is you're just like the best of the best of the best.
okay. Got it.
Dale is all 2s with a 3 in stamina, 3 in willpower.
Nice.
He's
Nice.
been around.
All right, so
I don't know. Gotta have a lot of willpower.
if we've got stats, then for now, for your hit points, go ahead and add your con and strength together, and then we'll do some math after
I
that.
assume stamina and strength.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What's the math after?
All right.
And the math after is going to be multiplying by 4 and add 10.
Damn.
Stamina and strength. So multiply by 4.
And add 10.
Okay.
All right.
So
Hold on, I didn't catch that one. Which one was that? Something by 4 times
Strength plus stamina, multiplied by 4, plus 10.
Stam times 4 plus 10.
okay, got it.
And that's hit points, right?
That's hit
Yep.
points.
We'll
Speed.
do fatigue now.
Okay.
Okay.
Fatigue.
So you're going to add stamina,
Stamina.
strength, and willpower.
Okay.
Multiply by 3 and add 5.
This is the best.
You sure this is a Levi game? This sounds.
I was going to say, this is a lot of math for a Levi makeup game.
It's a dark secret, guys.
So you said times 3 plus 5.
Correct?
Yep. No,
Okay.
Strength, stamina, willpower.
You got another wackadoo math thing, and then we'll move on to skills.
Okay.
The speed.
Speed is going to be, let's face it, a gray area because we're not going to use maps. So it's going to be like always a judgment call that we work out based on what the scene's calling for. However, you're going to take your stamina plus dex times 2.
Stam plus dex.
Got it.
And that, gentleman, is in miles per hour.
Oh,
Oh, look at me.
Oh man.
stamina plus dex times 2.
The
Okay.
donuts are catching up with me.
Is that like a jog? Is that a sprint? Because that's not a very fast sprint.
My
That's how much
assumption
you can
is
move every round. I'm assuming that's like
it's how much.
Oh, okay,
It's like
okay,
if you're.
okay.
It's like if you're pushing yourself. That's where you're at.
11, 12, 13.
We're all right.
I would call that a tense run. Maybe not a sprint for your life, but like more than a jog.
Would you say that driving heavy equipment and operating heavy equipment would be most heavily based on dexterity?
Yes, I would call that dexterity.
So that would be the
fine
thing that was
muscle
like-
control.
Got
Yep.
it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points.
Because
Wow.
I have met some people I've worked with Dad. I wouldn't call them Rhodes scholars, but they could operate a machine far better than I ever could.
Mhm.
It's all hand-eye coordination after a while.
It really is. It's in the moment. You've gotten used to how that machine feels. All right. So now we're on to skills. This is what I've been looking forward to for weeks.
For weeks.
Weeks.
He's about
Gentlemen,
to say make
I
them
love
up.
this part.
You have 35 points.
Yep.
You can put a max of 5 in anything.
Uh-huh.
Pick your skills.
Anything.
Just
we want.
anything.
That's it.
Jeff's brain just exploded.
It did, but that's why I'm playing Dale. With Dale, it all works.
If you're not sure, just let me know.
I guess the question is, how specific do we need to be, or do we need to do something like you have a skill and then you have a specialty in that skill?
I think
I'm not going to deal with specialties.
Okay.
I think most of us are going to default to World of Darkness thinking. With dots, it's going to be.
You do you. You've got 35 points.
Hano, if you are watching, put it in the chat. Hano's like texting me. He's like, do culinary skills. Do culinary skills.
Culinary skills. Culinary skills. Hano, if you're there, just write it in the damn
Just
chat.
put it in the chat, man. Come on. Come on. Anyway.
Now's the time, chat, because this is the part Jeff likes the most. I've been looking forward. Look at that frustration. He hates this shit. Look, he's got the finger on the goatee. He hates this shit. Give
There he
him,
is. He feels
give him
famous.
suggestions for skills.
Trick was secretly always wanted to be a chef in high school, but could never let like his jock side down.
That sounds dirty. Don't let your jock side down.
Don't let your jock side down.
Sorry,
You know,
what?
you guys once had a PE teacher that endorsed that while he sat next to, not quite in front of the showers, but next to. Didn't like it. Didn't like it one bit.
All right, so I'm going to take skill heavy machinery. Is that too broad? So that's what I'm worried about, is putting too broad.
No, I would argue that for heavy machinery, machinist would be fine.
Okay.
To that end, I would also consider like driver or operator.
Is that too broad though? That's what I'm worried about. Is just being like, I choose being
Let's
dexterous.
say heavy
plus
machinery.
5.
Let's say heavy machinery.
Okay.
But then if you tried to argue with me that being in heavy machinery makes you a crack driver, like a race car driver, I would say
Okay,
no.
so that'd be a separate. Okay.
Yeah, I would treat high-speed driving as its own thing, to which Duke would be probably better suited to that because he's at least been in.
I put 3 dots in drive. I didn't know if I had.
Absolutely.
If I
You
needed-
live your life in a car. Like,
Right.
Dale splits his time between an old van that has a wizard painted on the outside.
Yes. Yes.
Amazing. From the days when he left Louisiana and ended up in Nevada and fell in with the alien abduction cult after he was picked up one night. Something weird happened, and he didn't believe any of this shit. He came to the diner. He was just there talking, just trying to burn eggs. And suddenly, these guys came up and they were asking me all sorts of questions about when the aliens picked me up and shit. All I saw was a bunch of lights. And the next thing I know, these little fellas showed up. And, well, I ended up at all these conventions as a keynote speaker. And
I almost feel like we need to sit on these stories and let them unfold during gameplay.
Yeah. But the important part is,
hey guys, this reminds me of the time. And they're like, "What time? The time that this happened." Like, you did what? He's like, "Oh yeah, it was crazy."
it just happens to me. I don't know. But yeah, but the important part is he was gifted the mothership, and he's not a fan of it necessarily, but it is what his van is called, and he's driving around now. And he also he rips around on an ATV.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay. Yeah. Just so you know, gentlemen, Romaine has recently become just inundated and passionate about Rangers, driving Rangers everywhere, not 4-wheelers,
side by side. They
Yes.
call them around here, side by side.
But not the same as a '98 Ford Ranger. We just want to be
Correct.
clear.
I couldn't afford one of them fancy Rangers. Nope.
They
I
just
did buy
auctioned
mine
off
in
one
a
of
buy
them
here, pay
Rangers
here,
at the
and I only
Legion
paid
last week.
$3,800 for my Ranger though
Yeah, right.
on a 72-year,
I was gonna
72
say
month
they
loan.
let me pay it off over 12 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
JD by Ryder.
I was able to
Car
do
sales.
$75 a month.
Hey guys, just Marvin Hill's a wonderful guy.
The hardest part is gone.
Yes, thank God. Oh, it kills me. I do that up here, and everybody looks at me like I'm crazy. Okay.
Okay, important
Okay.
one. I want
Okay.
Dale to have just random knowledge because he's bumped into so much random supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
What would that be?
I would say knowledge occult,
Done.
because I feel like with knowledge
you're in
occult,
a cult, so
I feel like with knowledge occult, despite the fact that all different types of occult knowledge are random and esoteric, they those that are interested in them gravitate towards every facet of them. So I think it's hard to be a UFO enthusiast and then not also be a conspiracy theorist, because like those two bleed into each other. And then once you're a conspiracy theorist, that opens the door to everything that you're not supposed to know.
Right. Dale is a reluctant individual. He doesn't want to be
course.
sucked into this whole conspiracy nonsense. He is actually really annoyed by half of them because it's not how it actually is.
I'm taking 4 dots in knowledge roads. I just know where all the streets and roads in
That's a
town
good
are.
one.
It's just all it is. I know an address. I know where it is. That's all.
Oh my
That
God. Hold on.
will come in very handy. That will come in very handy.
Can Duke be a local cop that moonlights as an Uber driver? Because he knows
That's up
all
to
the
Duke.
Yeah.
But you know what? I would argue in
There's
Romaine,
no
if
Uber
he
out
was
there.
the Uber driver, like first off, let's say for a second maybe
No one
Uber
would call
reached-
him?
no one would call him,
No one
and
would
no
call
one would want to ride with him
That's true.
because they're like, man, he's a dick. He busted my brother last weekend. Fuck him.
He also uses a squad car as the Uber vehicle. He has to let everyone out because the doors are like safety locks.
The city's never checked his fuel
man.
receipts.
No. All right. Question.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't really feel like a skill, but I feel like maybe I should put it under skill of like the
Throwing.
No, well, you can have that. The notoriety of being the quarterback. You know, like, oh yeah, you haven't been the quarterback for like 25 years, but
Like
everybody
a
still
reputation
remember
almost?
that one game back in '98. You know, like yeah, I remember the game. You know, so like he has
so
just,
like
a little bit of fame almost.
fame, local fame.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about too.
Let's call that local fame.
Local fame. Okay. By the way, Hano, I have culinary on my sheet. I have not put dots in it yet, though. I don't know how many.
So
it's
how
gonna
many
be.
points did you put in local fame?
You know what? For local fame,
I wasn't gonna put
let's
many.
not treat it as dots. Let's just give you a dot of it, and you have it.
Well, if he put
Because-
2, I was going to put 1 less because I went to the slightly smaller school.
You don't have to think that story. I just was making stuff up.
That's great. If he put 2 dots, I was going to put 1 just because.
You know what? Don't worry about putting dots in that because we're all from a real small town for the most part. So let's just let that play out. And I'd rather you guys
Okay.
not bother spending dots on it.
Okay.
So I was going to ask something about like fame, but the specificity be internet, since that is a
Internet.
time of fame.
He's going worldwide.
But I only wanted 1 dot though.
Unfortunately, you were memed.
I got
You were mean.
I was being-
Oh man.
I got
You
2
used to
dots
play
in
Call of
deals.
Duty, but you were famously in like a video that just like of you just getting destroyed by someone famous, like Ninja just like showed up and just destroyed you one time, and you were famously that guy.
like the meme from the esports footage of me rolling my ankle.
Yes, yes.
It went viral.
I think
Yeah.
it was
That's
on Twitch, and he
amazing.
left his aimbot on his overlay.
Yeah, right.
Oh, awesome.
He's now officially a GIF, a meme that like people like put out there every day as a picture of his ankle with like some white letters on it. It's like me.
I used
My
to be a
whatever.
paintballer, but then I took an ankle or whatever. No, yeah.
Took an
that
ankle to
joke
the
didn't
knee.
work.
Took an
Took an
ankle.
ankle to the
Took an
yeah,
L to the
never mind.
knee.
I'm taking 2 dots in deals where I always know to get a good deal on something. You get to talk to whoever.
Hey,
I like it.
that's
Dots and
because
deals.
cops always get a discount. All you got to do is
That's
ask.
right. We know where to get all the good deals at. So
Like,
it's
hey,
all-
I know I'm going to Hardee's. I'm going to get a free biscuit because
So
I got
I'm
my
gonna
right.
badge.
keep going to Hardee's.
on Tuesdays,
Not bad.
So-
I got that
on Tuesdays, you get a free coffee if you order a
I'm
biscuit.
getting a sausage biscuit for free, guys. Okay, we got to go to Hardee's first. I've got a couple skills written down so far. I've got scoop shovel operation.
Okay.
Two dots because
Yes.
I've been.
You
I've
guys
been
are
very-
getting pretty close to infringing on my territory here, so
No,
be careful.
You don't realize
I
scoop
know,
shovel is
surface
that's
level.
manual.
Surface.
That's a
Oh,
shovel.
I thought that was the
Manual.
little one you put on
No,
like a little
scoop
John
shovel,
Deere
man.
tractor.
That's what you use in a grain bin or when you're
Oh, okay,
throwing rock
okay.
for landscaping. Okay.
Dude, these
okay.
are fight.
Fair.
Small engine
Or
repair because the
you and
weed
your
you're always
brother
breaking
have
down.
had it because Dad left you at the grain bin site because he went to another field that day and Cole wouldn't shut the fuck up. And so then you got into a fight with the scoop shovels on the ground till your dad broke you up and dropped you off a mile north of your house to pick up fucking nails from an abandoned building that's no longer even there. You dig through the dirt to pick up nails. And then I asked Cole, I'm like, when do we go home? Is Dad coming back? He's like, I'm leaving. I'm like, we didn't get all the nails. He's like, Dad's not coming back. That's the point.
Yeah,
This
that's not specific.
seems a little specific.
It's very abstract. and
I
that-
don't know that Walter ever did that, but okay.
No, that's
I'm taking 3 dots in small engine repair because my weed eater keeps breaking down, but I can't afford to buy a new one.
That's good. No, that's good. That's good.
I took 2 dots in fertilizer mixing because I do know that Pro Domain mixes pretty well with negative 37 WG to prevent crabgrass growth.
I love
So-
that.
That's all I've
Just
got
like
so far.
You just got the official Jeff headshake of inefficient. It's inefficient.
I took- I have 2 dots in fertilizer mixing. You never know what that can turn into. I
That's
can make
true.
like
You can make
nauseous
bombs out of that,
and
man.
stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like you
I
got to wear a mask and gloves with this stuff,
my
okay?
sheet, so it's gonna be fine. We're fine.
And
Right?
Hydrus.
I took
and
2
hydrous,
dots.
yeah, it'll shrink $1.
And I just
It'll
fucking
shrink a
murder you.
dollar.
I still have the $1 in my wallet. It'll shrink $1.
It'll shrink $1. Best thing to know about anhydrous ammonia.
I'm taking 2 dots in local teens, just knowing who the hell they are and whose kids they are and where they're going to hang out at. I recognize like whose vehicles are theirs if I want to pull them over.
He drives around the lake and he knows whose car is what.
That's right.
He's like, hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on, I gotta write a special entry note of Duke's local teens.
All right, so what would be? So I want Bart.
I was actually
aka
thinking
Trick.
the same thing. When he first said local teens, I had no
Yeah,
idea where he was
they were
going
going
at
to
first. I
the
was like, it's getting really creepish. That's really creepish. Like Dustin sitting outside the high school.
Man,
sorry,
you
Duke
guys
sitting
are
outside the high
weird.
school, just watching
See,
the
I was
teenagers.
just thinking of
Oh,
like
party
Oh,
from
shit.
Flyhander. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Flyhander.
You
We're
are creating
RPG. You wandered into something very strange. All right,
It's
here
awesome.
we go. This is a new game we're starting on Wednesdays. We'll run every other Wednesday. Next week is the
Hey, thanks
first
for the follow.
official game. Thank you for the follow. Next week is the first official game of this game. Tonight is character creation. I have kept this a secret from the guys. The guys still don't know what they're making characters for.
Except for Clint.
All we've landed on is they are normal
Traitor.
people in a modern day setting from a small town, and they are working up their characters right now. They are
And it's
currently,
awesome.
when game begins, they are currently in town to honor their friend that passed a week ago. They've come into town to celebrate his funeral and in honor of him go on a fishing trip for 4 days. And that's all they know about this setting right now. Which when we get done with the character creation, we're done. We're moving through skills right now, Raiders. And once we're done with skills, there's not much stuff else to do. And we're actually going to start an intro gameplay of this game tonight,
Oh, man.
Okay.
which
Oh,
they
man.
didn't
a
know.
recap of who we are.
Sure.
Yeah, we got a bunch of viewers here. We should recap.
We'll
right
start.
away.
Let's do it.
Top left,
Let's-
Jeff,
Oh, top left.
or
Oh,
right if you're mirrored. I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, I am probably mirrored, but who knows? So I'm playing Dale Johnson, and Dale Johnson is a local who's about as mundane as you get. He's the exterminator around town, but he decided to get out of the little town and hit the real country out there, and he moved himself down to Louisiana. And what you find out about good old Dale? wherever Dale is, not only is it a party, but it's something weird. It's like X-Files every day. And he has a penchant for getting sucked into cults.
It's a pension.
He got a
Getting
pension?
stuck to the cult.
He must be unionized with those exterminators.
They're all stepping on you. They're all stepping on you, Cam. Not one of them's union.
That's right. Dale has a
Guys.
weird tendency to get hoisted into leadership positions and public speaking events about alien abductions and all kinds of wacky stuff. He doesn't know how it happens. It just happens. And he drives around a big van with a wizard on the side of it called the Mothership.
Called the mothership. I can't wait to play in the mothership.
Oh, man.
Timmy, you're next.
All right, I'm playing Kane Cadman. He dropped out of college to pursue a career as a professional paintball player. After a few years, doing pretty well, that went south when he rolled his ankle during a major tournament and decided to try and break into the world of esports and online video gaming, and so he got into Splatoon. So far, his biggest claim to fame was getting owned by a 12-year-old during like the one main esports tournament Nintendo kind of promoted, and that went viral when it got spliced together with footage of him rolling his ankle during the paintball tournament, getting headshot by a 10-year-old.
As the kids say, oof.
Oof.
So, trying to
Dustin.
find himself right now.
All right, so I'm playing Duke. Might be his first name, might be his last name. Probably maybe just a nickname. But he's just, and Duke is a local beat cop. He one of them apples that didn't fall far from the tree. He just knows everybody locally, in particular who their kids are now, because he spends his time pulling them over when they squeak the tires, and otherwise is just a good old boy who doesn't mean any harm and just doesn't really enforce the law if he has to, because he used to be kind of like those kids. Maybe he was kind of a bad kid. Now he's a local cop who remembers what it was like. So now he just hangs out and knows where to get all the good deals in town.
By the way, you
biscuits
get
and
a
Hardee's.
free small cone if you go to Dairy Queen.
That's right.
Show me
As long
badge.
as you're in uniform. As long as you're in uniform.
Cam, you're up.
And
Oh, me. Okay. So I'm going to come up with some amount of a voice, but I haven't figured that out yet. But I'm going to play Bartholomew, nicknamed Trick. This is Air Laser's fault. Nicknamed Trick Lampton. Bart, or Trick as he is called by some, was he was the high school varsity football quarterback, and he kind of peaked in high school and never left his hometown and kind of just rode that high school football quarterback fame for however long it would last him. And now he is a union heavy equipment operator. He's a little bit of a operator for hire, so he's a hired gun. So works a lot at the fishing docks. Somebody's got a major construction site going on. He's digging big old post holes with backhoes and stuff. That's gonna be his jam. I think that's where we're gonna be with that.
Nice.
All
So
right.
he's like that. Is he like Al Bundy? Is it like, does he just talk about the time he scored 4 touchdowns in a single game? And
I've been trying to think if he's gonna be the guy that.
and the
tries to-
numbers are going to change too, and the whole town calls him on it when he says it wrong.
See,
They'll be
well,
around
that.
like,
I
hey
was
guys,
there.
I see you guys. Remember, I got 5 touchdowns, and a random one will walk past, it was 2.
See, I think it'd almost be better if he's the kind of guy that's just everybody keeps oh, I remember that time, and then everybody acts like they're his best friend, even though he just basically barely knows their name. He's like, "Yeah, man, cool, nice to see ya."
He's like the
hey,
Bill, like the Bill Bratsky of the town. It's like, oh,
yeah, kind of like Bill Bradsky, where there's all these stories about him, and he's like, "Yep, that was me." He's a little bit embarrassed by it, but not. Yeah. All right.
I'm playing Walter Watney. I honestly, I didn't do much after high school because I thought it was a waste of time. But I did manage to make a fairly successful lawn care company. I was able to buy my 98 Ford Ranger from JD Byrider on a 84-month loan. Payments were only $125 a month, so I was able to afford it.
We're getting into the payments.
It was a former railroad truck. The railroad company was MTF, so I figured that'd be a good business name. So my business is a micro terraformer landscaping services, and I do have a very nice Husqvarna push mower. And yeah, I mean, I've been kind of living the dream. I've been fighting crabgrass and putting in sidewalks.
You're crabgrass. You're saving up for one of those 0-turn radius mowers, aren't you?
One day, yeah. I don't like how they tear up the yard, though. When you turn those 0 turns, that inside wheel has to pivot. It tears up. It tears up the grass. It's just not good.
Okay. Before we get too much into it, so work on your skills. If we need to talk about skills, we can jump to skills later. Weapons, we'll get to that at some point. Right now is the best part. I can't get to. I don't really want to move forward with gameplay unless you commit to family, friends, allies, contacts. Go for it. Whatever you want to put down there.
Okay.
I would only put down something you consider significant. So for Duke and for Trick, who are still locals, they know everybody. So I only really want them to put down people they consider truly important or valuable.
All right, my mom and dad are
Linda
still going to
Ferguson
live
on
in
there's my
town.
dispatcher.
Linda.
Yeah.
Linda's rock solid.
So my mom and dad still live in town. My dad is like the only legitimate insurance salesman in the whole town. So he insures everybody. He's got everybody's cars. He's got everybody's houses, everybody's life insurance. And he's a little bit slick, right? And I just didn't want to do that. So instead I went a completely different direction. His name is, what kind of guy would name a kid Bartholomew?
An asshole.
Old school name, maybe biblical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do
Joshua, James.
I like Joshua. Yeah,
Matthew, Mark.
Joshua.
Shots fired in the chat. Shots fired.
Yes.
What did I miss?
They pulled Levi as the name of someone who named their kid Bartholomew.
Yeah.
That's possible. Possible.
You can go with Levi, sure.
We're going to go with Joshua.
Levi, short for Leviticus, like his name is literally Leviticus.
Levi, Dale has a reality TV producer that's been hounding him about starring in a show about his supernatural exploits. And he is just sick and tired of this guy. He follows me everywhere, and he is like trying to butter him up all the time to take the deal.
Okay.
His name's going to be Bruce Brockton.
Bruce Brockton.
I have another contact.
Okay.
Name's Barbara. She's a bartender at one of the local bars that I frequent when I'm not on duty.
Barbara the bartender. I love it.
She knows all the other crap that's going on around town that, she sometimes maybe tells me.
Okay, I got Bruce Brockton. Your dad was Joshua?
Joshua Lampton.
Yeah.
Joshua Lampton.
State Farm agent.
No,
not State Farm.
It's kind of a unique system he's created for this.
We are farmers.
No, they got fancy commercials. That's not a country. It's going to be country insurance.
Country insurance. Okay.
Somebody that doesn't have like commercials or down home.
Yeah.
All right. So,
what system y'all using? We don't know.
we wish we
He
knew.
hasn't told us.
We're
We're
literally
only an
putting
hour
dots
and a
on the
half
sheet.
into gameplay.
We hope
We
they
have
work.
no idea what we're doing.
You know, my
Because
favorite part about
because
this, though, since the raid, we actually have an exterminator in the chat who's been talking to me. I posted a picture of what I wanted Dale to look like, and the comment that came back to me was that mustache will barely fit within the mask because they've seen it with somebody they've worked with.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, it's totally encrypted. Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't even look at the link.
because it has to
Oh
happen.
wow, yeah.
My ally is Gus, the guy who runs the gun store.
Yes.
Because
Oh, yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Mm-hmm,
Dale has to be encrypted. Oh, amazing.
we just go to the range a lot.
All right, somebody help me out. So Bart's gonna be again member of the heavy equipment, the International Union of Operating Engineers. So I'm gonna assume, because this is a smallish town, they're not gonna have like a satellite office here, but maybe he calls in somewhere like one county over. And that's where like the satellite office is. So it's like whoever the head guy at the satellite office of Northern Maine is, that's gonna be his contact. So
okay.
he calls him and is like, I heard that they got a new job down the street, and I know I didn't get a call to dig any post holes, so maybe you should go down there with the inflatable rat. I'm just saying.
Inflatable rat. The inflatable.
I saw it so many times in Chicago.
Oh man.
That
I'm
guy's
getting a
name.
head rush from all these dumb jokes already.
That guy's
Oh.
gonna be Tom. He's gonna be Tom.
We're gonna die from names.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tom McCaskill. That's his name. McCaskill. He is the
So is Trick actually part?
regional.
Because that would be hilarious.
What's that?
What's that?
Just to be part of the mob.
It turns out he actually is. I'm like, what? I thought that stereotype was out the window.
All right. We don't have to do it.
Rep.
We don't have to keep doing a laundry list if you guys want to get to it. I trust you to put down whatever contacts you want, but commit to some now. And family is how much family you have, where they are, will be important.
Mm.
Okay.
One of my only friends that I've actually had, he's not really a friend, but I talk to him on the phone a lot. His name's Juan. He's the salesman for Williams Kim Services. I call him just about every day to talk about various changes in chemical compounds.
Of course.
He's always blowing me off, though, so I leave a lot of messages. But he's like one of my only friends that I can actually talk to. It's been pretty lonely. So this fishing trip's just going to be a lot of fun for me. I mean, I haven't
Yeah, it's
really dealt
gonna
with
be great.
people in a long time. So
It's gonna be great. Oh my god. He's gonna break me in this game.
It's gonna break me.
I feel like one of us, maybe my character's a good one for it, has to have like a super successful brother. And then he's just like the black sheep who's still like in town because his brother's out doing like really good
I was
shit
actually
somewhere.
just
And he's
thinking about that. Like, I think I'm gonna have like
yeah, my brother's
my
a banker.
brother
Like
that like went out and
I
he's
mow
like,
his
yeah, he's like
own- I
a
have to
Wall
mow his
Street
grass.
like bigwig or something. Like,
I feel like it's got to be one of those guys that like has like the yachts and talks about how they made money in some kind of Ponzi scheme, but like they made it work. Like it's those.
I got it. Okay,
Oh, hey.
so
Duke. Gus's business is called 30-point guns.
Oh, 30-point guns. All right.
so Bart Trick,
Mhm.
his little brother is going to went off to school, and he went and he like got a degree in finance. He works on Wall Street, and he's just like a big shot. He makes like tons of money, and he's just like super on that. And so he actually just advises Bart on what to do with his money, and Bart's actually pretty independently wealthy at this point. just from like, because he knew exactly what to do. He just was like, hey Abe, I made about $3,000 this month. What should I do? And he's like, here, put it here, this, that, this, there. Great return. Don't worry about it. I just like Abraham. Yep. I figure Abraham and Bartholomew, right?
Abraham Bartholomew, those poor Lambton
Abraham's
boys.
a successful one, though. Figure that.
Yeah. Well,
He has many sons.
he does have many sons.
Hey,
So he's gonna be.
I live still with my Aunt Linda. I moved in with her after her husband Bill passed away in 2000. It's just been me and Linda.
So specific. It's great.
She makes a great fried bologna sandwich. I'm just saying.
That's fantastic.
I have,
Timmy, is there anything specific you want to cover?
Sorry,
Not
just
coffee.
jotted down a few things. So I got my two esports teammates, Noriko, she is 22, lives in Japan, and Killian, who is a 19 kid who lives in Germany. Then we got my dad, Alan, who is a computer programmer, and my mother, Matilda, but a lot of people just call her Tilly, and she is a cook, chef actually at the rest. We moved out of town, I think, after I left college. I haven't decided where yet, but she has like a restaurant she chefs, and so this whole thing has been particularly hard on her during COVID.
Of course.
Trick took a 5-hour class with her one time back in high school.
Yeah.
You made the best beignets. Oh my god!
Yes, I like that.
I want your character
Hey, you know what? It is now canon that Bart actually has a slight, penchant. He has a slight penchant for French food. So,
that's amazing.
which Dale likes because he had a lot of Cajun down there in Louisiana.
Man, get some good stuff. Gumbo. So I have an Aunt Angie that runs boat tours. My mom, Marge, she runs Junkyard. Dad's passed. She took it over. And then I want just a slew of like ham radio people and like
disembodied voices that you hear on the radio.
Fantastic.
Just like
Fantastic.
tons of them. Just litter them out there, and they'll just constantly be in contact with them.
You could literally just make one contact called ham radio, and it's just like any rando that gets on there is like, oh yeah, well I actually heard that there's a sewer main that broke 3 blocks over. You might want to check that out. I hear that.
I know it's all conspiracy and it's just done with cameras and stuff, but you can talk to space on a ham radio.
Oh yeah.
Just
The
smoke and
International
mirrors.
Space Station has a ham radio and the astronauts will talk to you. But really, it's actually just in a place in Florida.
My only real meaningful family that I got around here at the moment is Rita, my live-in girlfriend. Because I have commitment problems. So
Of course.
my live-in girlfriend for like 15 years, but I just can't, commit. So
It's okay. I'm just waiting for the day. It's like I don't need a ring. I mean, like he's gonna give me one. Why is everybody Southern? It's Maine.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I was just thinking I'm gonna have to.
We're all
research an
talking about white
actual-
trash accents, and it should be like, this
I
guy.
came into this with the data in mind, so
That's true.
it's on you guys.
I was just
I will try
assuming
to
that
get
she
rid of it.
worked. I just assumed she worked at one of the factories.
No. If there's one thing I've consistently heard from comedians is that the redneck accent is everywhere. It is literally everywhere across the United States. So I think that's fair. If it's small town, it's fine. All right, so gentlemen, we're actually gonna start. Woo!
All right. I don't have a complete character yet.
I don't
but
have nearly enough skills written down, by the way.
I don't-
1, 2,
yeah,
3,
I'm gonna
4,
have to
5,
add
6,
them
7,
later,
8,
but
9, 10,
I got
11,
a couple
12.
more to do.
I've got
I got
12
the big important ones. I think.
hand-eye coordination.
What's that, Timmy?
Would you accept hand-eye coordination as a skill?
I would say video games is a skill.
Awesome. Done.
I would just say video games.
Hand-eye coordination would be dexterity, wouldn't it? I mean,
Yes, it is.
Yes, yeah, right. It just boils down to dexterity.
But you could then take video games as a skill, and you'd actually get dex plus video games when you roll. So
I love it.
Would you consider Dale required to have both entomology and extermination, or would one suffice?
I think extermination would be the practice of dealing with them in a day-to-day work environment, and entomology is actually the studied knowledge of them.
All right.
Fun fact.
To me, they feel separate.
Fun fact, whenever I would take naps in the lab when I was on night shift, I used to tell the nurses I was going to work on my entomology project, and they knew that was code for I was going to take a nap.
My entomology project. Wasn't your assistant on that project Sprocket the Frog, I believe? That
Yes.
You'll notice you hear no
One that caught
crickets.
them all.
You'll notice you'll hear no crickets.
The holy code is amongst us.
So anybody still with that came in from the raid, if you missed the intro, while these gentlemen are working on their remaining skills, these gentlemen are in the small town of Rome, Maine. It's the first Rome. Everybody knows that. They all learned about Rome for the other real Rome that's I guess cooler, when they were probably all in like 4th or 5th grade. And yet, however, these poor gentlemen are plagued with hearing Rome and instantly thinking of their hometown first, and then the famous city second.
Makes sense.
And these all gentlemen graduated from Rome High School, home of the jackers, if you will. Rome, Maine is in about an hour north of Bangor along the coast. Fishing, lumber, small town, about 10,000, give or take. Go Jacks! So
We all have opinions on Stephen King.
everybody's got an opinion on Stephen King because he's the local celebrity. Except Stephen King's out of Bangor, and that's like an hour south. So it's not like he's from here or anything like that. And then, Jenny down the way swears the new book is based off of Rome, and I think that's just cruel. So, that's about the size of where they at. These gentlemen are on a fishing trip in honor of poor Barry, who passed. Gentlemen, you know some of the details. Everybody's pretty broken up about Barry. Barry died in a car accident. However, why Barry was off the road in the first place at high speed is suspect. Just doesn't sound like Barry. You guys know Barry. He didn't drive anywhere fast. And the fact that he went through a guard railing and ended up careening into trees just doesn't sound right.
Yeah. I took 2 dots in knowledge of local hunting spots.
Deer stand.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Hey, I took 3 dots in lawn striping. Because I don't know if you guys have actually seen the patterns you can do, but I mean, I think I might have.
I love it. I love it.
You broke Levi.
He's dead, man. He's dead. Done.
There's a part of me that wants the exterminator to be the what is the name of the guy? The hillbilly exterminator who's considered like the best exterminator in all of.
I took 5 dots in extermination. Don't,
5
don't get
dots.
twisted.
Dang.
That's why he was at the conventions. He was a keynote speaker.
The keynote speaker.
Yeah. If you could pull off a good diamond pattern with your mower, I mean, people like that. People like that.
So I just realized, I remember, speaking of Barry ran a game for a very short period of time called The End.
Yep.
Where we actually all played in Paris, but we all played characters, right? My character was a mechanic, and he had the skill, which I'm going to take, called eyeball measurements. Where literally you could just look at something and be like,
that was
that's
me.
a half inch.
That was
Or-
me, dude.
Clint had
I
eyeball measure.
played that character because I played.
Oh,
the
that's because
parts
I
guy
always
from
asked you.
Winklers,
Because
remember?
yeah. I was always asking you. That's what it was.
My
I'm going to
only
take the
skill
skill.
was eyeball measurement. Be like, yeah,
No,
looks like it's.
But mine's going to be more for like, I see I have a piece of equipment that's this big, and they're like, you think you could park that over there? And I kind of, yeah, I can fit it in there. I can get it in there.
wasn't your other skill the one where it was like you could pick up like 1 pound of nails just by grabbing? It was always 1 pound of nails. Like,
yeah.
Reach for the bin with 1 pound of nails and pull it out every time. Like,
That's right. No,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
now remember because I kept
that's
asking you. So,
yeah.
all right, eyeball measurements.
Hey, Laser, that's a stereotype. Just because we're from Maine doesn't mean everybody fishes. What are you thinking?
Actually,
but
I
if you take two dots in good fishing locations and farm ponds,
I'm going to take commercial fishing. That's
what
I moonlight as I like take people out on a boat like once a month and charge them like $1,000.
Yeah.
All my brother's friends from Wall Street just want to get out and drink beer and catch some big ass fish. I'm like, yeah, it'll be $5,000 a head, but you're gonna have a great time.
Are you saying that you have a pontoon?
Oh no, I got enough money. It's a good boat. It's a good boat. Don't worry.
I thought maybe you just had a pontoon and went to Party Cove.
No, we're not going to Party Cove.
Eyeball measure anywhere, given sufficient velocity. That's great.
That is a good point. Commercial fishing.
The chat was correct. I will be taking temperature tolerance as a skill.
Temperature tolerance?
Temperature tolerance.
And I also think I should take a tolerance to like just disgusting stuff, considering I'm probably crawling under weird shit and dealing with bugs.
I got that.
Yeah.
Like, I've got that skill. I can handle gross things. I can.
Oh man, don't even get started with what I
do. I need to take something separate for water vehicles? We all know how that turns out.
You should take water vehicles just
I currently have heavy machinery.
Backhoe and operating a boat are the same.
They're not.
Well, but I have heavy machinery and I have drive. So do I need to take another thing?
I will take drive for boat.
Okay.
I will.
Okay.
I just wanted to have a dot water vehicles.
You can have a dot water vehicles, and he can have a
You're
dot
making
of
up your own skills,
drive.
so it's fine.
Making
Do
up
I
your own
have
skill.
to have a certain number of dots in drive to drive my stick shift 98 Ford Ranger?
I think old school World of Darkness, you had to have two. You had to have two to drive stick.
We all know that the local cops don't have the boat. That's for the game warden.
That's true.
The game warden got the boat.
Warden.
You don't have
Game warden.
that.
That's got to be a pivotal character. We
Game
need
warden is out
Game
this
warden is
way.
important. Fun fact. Oh, can you be jealous of the game warden because the game warden technically has more power than you? Can that be like part of your like
The game warden's
like,
name is
rivalry?
Tim Peters.
So he's not an ally. He's a nemesis.
Maybe.
Oh,
Or,
guys, Tim takes his job very seriously.
Most of them do. Mm-hmm. All right.
all
I
right.
think my skills are close enough. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
I have 24 right now, so I'll fill in more later. But
I got all of mine, and my highest one is 4 dots in road knowledge.
I went ahead. I mean, I am
knowledge
union
rate.
trained, so I took 5 in heavy machinery.
What?
Did you say you're a road scholar?
Oh,
He's a ROAD scholar.
my only regret is I didn't see what he said before he got banned. All right, well.
Oh
He
yeah,
was
it's
a
just one of those
fishman.
bots. It's one of those bots.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
All
Good
right.
work here, Laser. Good work.
Good work.
You guys are
Good work.
every. I said no dice, so I'll.
No dice.
I
I
said no
got
dice.
them if we need them.
Like we're not gonna
I
roll any
got
ever, or
that.
you're just not for tonight.
Let's all roll. Let's all roll a d10.
Oh, hold on, I gotta get your dice. They're in the other room. They were getting used as a prop.
You can roll a d10 and add your dex, and if you've got fishing, you can add that to it too.
Oh,
If I have commercial fishing, all
I'll take that.
I have a 4.
right, let's
I
find
got
us a
an 8.
good D10 here. All right. Oh boy! All right, here we go. I've got 13.
13.
I've got 4 in dex, and I've got 3 in commercial fishing, and I rolled a 6.
So
So,
you needed a D10, you said?
A d10.
Okay.
am I ever gonna need more than one?
Ooh.
Where's he gonna get him out?
Fishing, but I'll take that. Dex, I got an 11.
And I'll give you guys also all a flat +2.
Okay.
What is it? I was awake getting my dice.
Dex and any fishing related skill if you've gone that way.
Okay, so I'm up to a 6.
I'm up to a 10. Man, killing it.
15.
Duke,
I got a gupper.
Duke, you get jack shit. You get nothing. Whole trip. You get a couple pulls. You get absolutely nothing.
It's because they won't let me fish with the dynamite.
You guys wouldn't let him take it out of the car.
Tannerite I got back there is just not good.
All right, Clint, what'd you get?
10.
10. You managed to catch 1. It's decent. If I knew more about fish, I'd tell you what it was. All right. I only know freshwater, and you're off the you're in the Atlantic, so I don't know.
I'm writing that under stuff.
Timmy.
1 decent fish.
1 decent fish.
It's on the sheet. It's official. It's under stuff.
Timmy got a 13.
I did.
Sweet. Timmy, you caught 3.
Nice.
What'd you get, Dale?
Oh, I got a 9.
A 9. You caught 1.
That's right. It was the best.
And it was a fight, Dale. It was a fight.
Best one.
Almost took me right under. I thought it was
It did. It had a strong pull.
I'm used to killing these, not catching them.
Trip, what'd you get?
I got a 15.
15. You pulled in 3, and one of them is a bigger one. So you got 2 decent fish and a big fish.
Oh man, hold on. We're 2 decent fish and a big. I feel like this is gonna come important. Oh, yeah. 2 decent fish.
I should have looked. Yeah, that's a blind spot in my prep. I was like, I should actually know some Atlantic salt fish. What do I catch up that way? I'm from Illinois. All right. It's 4 days. You guys have drank to the past. For some of you, it's been a solid 10 years or more since you've seen each other. Not obviously Duke and Trick, they run to each other all the time, but some of you, it's been a while. You're talking about Barry and sharing a lot of stories, and the 4 days are up. It's time to bring her home, and this was nice, but now I guess it's time to go back and figure out what it means to look at how old are all of you?
Old.
At least that's late 30s, right?
It's up to you, but I said
I
within
think
3
fits,
years.
I think it fits timeline. So if we're thinking it's been like 10 or 15 years since high school, then realistically we're 30s, mid 30s maybe.
You can do early 30s if you want.
Okay,
That's
early
a good fit.
30s.
Safe to say that we haven't quite hit like the 20-year reunion mark.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
Because that would have been
This
something
year
that we
would have
would
been
have
my
obviously
actual
seen
20
each
year.
other more recently if we would have just had a reunion or something.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
true.
like
That's
early
true.
enough to still be like thinking we're friends, but far enough away that we really don't know each other that well anymore.
Yep.
So you're
Because
pulling
15
in.
years have passed.
The waves are rocking. The Atlantic is cold and a little angry today. You have the rocky shores. No sand up this way. All rock. All pissed off. It's a harsh day out on the ocean, but you've got fish. You just had good stories and a little bit of warmth for a bitter pill of coming home to say goodbye to Barry, and some of you wish you'd maybe talk to him a little bit more, not knowing this day would have come. And is this 32? Is this what happens when you hit 32? Shit, this got real. What am I going to do? You guys are bringing the boat in. Edgar's kid, Evan, is manning the dock at Stone Coast Rentals, but in general, he's willing to tie things down for you guys. And when you guys pull in, you see most of the boats are gone. When you first left on the fishing trip, it was kind of an off-season day in the middle of the week. So there was about 15 boats here. And at the time that you left, you'd heard tale maybe 5 or 6 were out on the water. When you guys come in, all of them are gone but 2. And those 2 look like they're being repaired. Like you actually see parts and supplies ramshackle strewn about them. And when you guys pull in, Evan's there. And he comes and starts taking things. Hey, guys.
Well, hey there.
Hey,
How's it going?
Hey. So you guys are all set. Hey, what do you want me to do here, Trick? You want me to drive this up to your parents' place, or do you want me to leave this here? How you want to go about this?
Well, would you charge me if I left it here for a little bit?
Oh, no. That's fine, man. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Let's leave it here.
You guys have had a tough time. It's okay.
I'll be back for it. Don't worry. I want to check with the folks first, you know.
Sure.
I don't want to just go parking it and then.
No, I understand.
But I'll be back for it soon, just once I figure it out.
Sure thing. So he hands you guys back all your stuff that you had locked away. He actually brings it out for you in your bags. And then he goes about securing your boat. And you guys start heading back towards your individual rides.
Hey, first thing I do is I check my messages to see if Juan happened to call me. He usually doesn't.
Turn
but
on your phone.
just in case he does have any new chemical deals.
You turn on your phone and you have no service.
Okay.
Your boat leaves with Evan driving it
Now, how you
out,
on
in,
there?
out into open water.
Evan,
Hey.
just steal your boat?
Evan, where are you going?
I don't know.
He does not answer and he keeps going.
Really?
Did he say anything? Did he look funny? Was he just like, I'm gonna drive it? See ya.
Sorry, that's out of
Give
my.
me a perception.
Out of county,
And
out of
if you
mind.
have,
You'll have to get Tim the game warden on this one. That's
give me a
It's on the water.
perception. And if you got something people related, I'll take it.
I took local knowledge.
Roll it up.
So what am I rolling? A D10 plus my dots?
D10
basically?
plus perception plus local knowledge. And you know Evan, so I'll give you a +3.
Okay. So that means I got a 15. I'm rolling lots of
15.
15s today.
Evan was tense. Normally, Evan has the vibe of a kid that could give a shit about his job. He seemed nervous getting your things, talking to you, bringing them back to you.
What other boats are
Especially
around?
nervous about asking you taking the boat or not taking the boat.
What other boats are around?
There's 2 other boats here. There is the Let It Ride and the
I like that he's writing this down.
Jean's Garden.
Let It Ride and
Levi,
Jean's Garden. Are you the
I
one
have
of
to
these?
ask.
Go ahead.
Do we know, because I have 2 dots in local teens, if there's any kids throwing parties for anything important this weekend? Is there?
It's a graduation or-
You've heard that the Miller kid is gonna throw something out in the boondocks, but you don't quite know where it is. But you do know Miller's grandpa's got a pond that usually has a lot of parties. So it
Nothing
stands to
accessible.
reason.
Nothing accessible by this boat. Like he's not going to.
Well, you do know there's a river up the way that could lead downstream enough that this boat could be part of that party scene. You also know that there's possibly a rager that might be going on at the trailer court, Cherry Point, on the south end of town.
There's always a
And-
rager going on at Cherry Point.
Facts.
And you're a little concerned about making sure you swing by that one because lately meth is becoming a real problem. And Cherry Point's usually got a decent amount of meth going on. So if you got enough kids heading out that way, it's reason for you to check it out. You know, Evan runs with a decent crowd, but also at this time of year, the town's a little more empty. And so teens are a little bit more desperate for a place to hang out and see people.
Yeah, well.
Question. With eyeball measurements, can I say maybe determine about how fast he's going?
Full tilt.
Full tilt. Are any of these boats that are sitting here even capable of keeping up with that boat?
Nope.
Well, shit.
You don't know if these other boats have a working engine.
Okay.
You do see
those kind of boats.
You do see that there are tools strewn about the Let It Ride next to the engine. It looks like maybe Evan was working on it.
Well,
You didn't see him at that boat, but those tools are out.
So it look like
And
there are
they-
any expensive parts missing.
Not particularly. You do see that there's parts about, like he's got one that you don't know where it came from
Mm-hmm.
that's laying down, and he's got one partially disassembled from the top of the Let It Ride.
What was the name of our boat that we just got off of? Did it have a name?
Name it. It's your boat.
Was it
Your
my
dad
boat?
would have named it.
Okay. Okay.
The Ark.
Ooh. The Ark. The Ark. All right. So check my cell phone. I assume no service like everybody
No
else's.
service.
Is there a landline in the little boathouse over here?
You could probably.
Nothing.
I imagine
There was a landline, but Edgar stopped paying for it years ago.
Son of a bitch.
Do I have a squad car?
Ooh.
Do I just drive that thing everywhere, or
Yes, that is your car.
it's got a radio in it that probably work out here if you need to call it in?
And
There
if
you
that
go.
one don't work, I got a ham radio back in the old mothership.
I mean, Evan just steal the Ark? The fuck?
I mean, certainly the kid will bring it back, right? He lives here. So,
I mean, I don't know where he's gonna go with it.
probably joyriding.
Miller kids up there have a party going on tonight. He might be taking it show off.
We're pretty desperate to take it when we're standing right here, but
Yeah.
Is
shoot, if you
there,
just asked, probably would have let him use it, right? I mean,
it's insured. Dad insured it. It's fine.
yeah.
Sure.
Well,
So did since this is a small town, probably behind the times a little bit technologically.
Sure.
Is there a payphone still working close by?
There are 2 payphones in town. One's on the square,
Of course.
and one is kind of east of the square in like a bit of a main town drag where there's some older businesses.
But nowhere near here.
Nowhere near here. This is the marina.
Now, guys, you remember my Aunt Angie? She runs boat tours around here. She's probably got a boat we could borrow.
well, we don't.
Yeah.
I was going to drive home. We don't need a boat. I mean,
There ain't,
Like,
ain't nothing
track
that's
it
gonna,
down?
ain't nothing that's gonna catch that boat anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the kid can't go far, you know? I mean, I know who he is. I know his mom. Like, it ain't like he's going to get away. I mean, we'll find it. I mean, Duke, you can put out a APB or whatever you put out on those things, right?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, acronyms
We'll
and
get our
numbers. I
top
don't
guy
know
working
acronyms
on
and
it all
numbers.
night. Don't you worry.
Can't they call Peggy or whatever her name
Yeah,
is?
Duke, aren't you the top guy?
He's out of my jurisdiction. Told you it's a game warden out there.
Oh, all right.
No, it's on the water.
Once it's on water, I
I
can't.
might
do
be
anything
Coast
about
Guard
it.
at that point. I might be Coast Guard. We go national. That kid just committed a felony. He don't
Only
even know
once
it.
he gets out past the buoys, then he's into
He's in international waters.
international waters or whatever.
Oh,
There were.
Well,
Yeah, well,
anybody need a
I
ride
can't
back into
imagine.
town?
Oh, I'm good, but man, that was a tough break.
He'll be back with it. What's he gonna do? I mean, if he sinks it, like I said, country's gonna pay for it. I don't care.
Your dad is.
I mean, Dad'll be mad, but
I hear
you know,
his reputation's pretty good, so he's probably got a good plan.
he'll figure it out. But you know, it's not like I wrecked it. So, I mean, I wouldn't wreck it, you know. So, I mean, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. But I do think I might go stop by. You said Evan's like a high school-ish age, or slightly after
Evan's high school.
Yeah, I might stop by his stop by his house, see if I can talk to his mama a little bit, see if she noticed anything.
Is it his mom's week or his dad's week to have him?
Oh, I don't know.
Because you know they still ain't together.
Well, I don't really know. We'll check.
Divorced.
So, Trick. By the way, let's see. How old are we? We're 32.
32.
You decide. 32. So we would have graduated in what year? So it would have been 14 years ago. So that would put us in 06, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
My license plate is Trick 06.
Trick 06.
On my Hellcat, which is way too expensive for somebody in this town.
Damn.
And everybody knows it. So
Everybody knows it.
the story is, back in 06, when Abe just graduated school, he got all excited because everybody's money started being worth nothing. All of a sudden, he said, "You should give me all your money. We'll put it somewhere." And it just blew up.
You were the one
And
guy.
now I got more money in the bank. I know what to do with, so I bought me a car.
You somehow capitalized on the 08 crash.
Yes, that's exactly what
You
happened.
somehow capitalized on the 08
Abe was
crash.
like, numbers are low. Buy. I don't know what he did. I just know the numbers kept going up. So I figured that's all fine. So I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna go to Evan's house.
Okay.
Or
You
Evan's
guys
mom's house,
head off the
I should
dock.
say.
You guys start heading for your cars. The mothership is here.
Mm-hmm.
Squad car's gone.
My car is gone?
Car's gone.
Somebody stole the damn squad.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Duke.
Where
Well, you
where
need a
your
ride?
car was parked is broken glass.
Well, there's all kinds of theft
The
going
parking
on tonight.
lot is mostly empty. Dale's, the mothership is still here. Let's see. Kane, your car's gone. And your car is still here, Walter. Trick,
Shit.
your car's gone.
What?
Failers, this is looking like a real shit show up in here.
Well,
God,
men,
This
don't
is why
worry.
you drive
damn it.
Daddy's
a
got you all insured.
28-year-old vehicle.
Damn right.
'Cause nobody knows how to start it.
Nobody
You
wants it.
are walking up and you see there is somebody next to the mothership
Oh, hell.
standing opposite you guys. You kind of notice them moving past it to where you get the driver's side window in view with your van in full profile. You can see through the van, there's somebody on the opposite side.
Hey, feller, you got to step back from that van when the green gas comes out of here. It's real problem. You get way worse than a headache from that stuff. So, come on, step on out of there.
Hey, buddy, come on. Come over here. What's going on over here?
Still stepping around.
I pull my flashlight, shine it on him.
Of course you do.
You see the back of somebody's head, and it's an older man. Not really sure. Brown hair. And then you see he's got on a pale blue polo, and that's what Evan wears. Well, there's only one other employee of the docks, and it's Evan's dad, Edgar.
That Edgar?
I don't think that's Edgar.
Is he wearing an Edgar suit?
What, you talking about like that Men in Black shit again?
I was just for you, pal.
All
I'm
right,
assuming
it's
I
not
don't-
that funny. It's not
I'm
that
assuming
funny.
because
First
we
one,
were-
that movie wasn't so bad. I didn't care for the second one, but the first one was
Guys-
pretty good.
Turning around,
He's
looking
kinda
at it.
turning around. Edgar? He must have got himself a bad batch of that meth going around.
Oh shit! You all right, buddy?
I'll take out my cell phone. No
Do we
signal.
recognize
Start
him?
filming.
He ain't feeling so good.
Wait
are
a
you?
minute. This ain't one of them there voodoo zombies, is it? Oh hell no! I'm backing up.
Oh, wait.
And Edgar's dad is making this choking, scratching noise as he kind of bumps up against the van between the two of you.
Duke, is he choking? Does he need the Heimlich?
No, he's got fucking corona. Stay away from it.
Oh,
Shit.
That's
Trying
not
to call off.
fucking coronavirus.
Um,
I don't
Bumps
think
into
how
the
that
van.
works.
Kind of slides to the side. He's coming around. He's approaching you, Duke. And you, Dale, because it's your van. You were the closest.
I'll
Fellas,
pull
I'm
my
about to tell you
trusty
this sort of stuff is
sidearm.
Guys, he doesn't look right.
You need to stand down.
Yeah, he's got a case of them there zombifications, I think. Yeah, don't
Is
let
he
him bite
coughing
you.
up blood or anything?
He keeps coming.
I'm
What's-
not
what's
getting
his-
close to me.
I'm just going
what's
pistol
Evan's
whip.
dad's name? I'm gonna talk him down.
Back it
Edgar.
away.
Edgar, that's right, Edgar.
I'm just gonna
Edgar.
bust him up
Edgar.
with the just to knock him out with it if I can, just with the flashlight or whatever, just like kind of pistol whip him with it.
All right. Give me let's see what you got to give me.
Is that a strength? I assume.
That's going to be a strength and anything fighting based.
I took a couple different ones. Got myself some melee and some firearms. I'm assuming this is melee
We'll call it melee.
with it.
Fighting. We were supposed to be good at fighting.
No, you're supposed to be people.
I'm good at fighting grassy, tough broadleaf.
I got 14.
14 is a hell of a hit.
We teamed up on those gophers that one year. That was great.
You hit him, and you're used to a reaction,
Teenage heads, really.
trying to throw up a hand or trying to duck it. He's got to be hammered out of his mind or so feverish he doesn't even really know you're there. He takes the hit and he slams on the ground, and it's a wet thunk. And you guys see a scrape as he drags himself up and starts trying to get back up.
Damn,
And he's
Duke, what the hell?
crawling towards Dale.
Yeah, guys, I've seen this sort of thing before. You don't want to give him a wide berth. That is back in Louisiana. That was like a specialized culture around this thing. Oh, Edgar, hold on, I'm trying to tell a story.
This guy is so drunk. Edgar.
Edgar, you need to
No
stay
more
down.
drinking.
Nobody wants to hurt you, but you're not going to give me a choice.
Is he like bloody?
Once he takes the hit, there's a bloody scrape there. And as Edgar is crawling towards you, you can see his fingertips are rubbed raw. They are raw meat underneath broken fingernails as he's crawling
That's
towards you
fucked
guys.
I got something for this, guys. I'm gonna go into the mothership and pull out a rodent catching, like long man catcher looking thing,
Nice. Okay. Yes.
and
You definitely have
a
one.
varmint catcher, and I'm
Yes.
gonna get it around his neck and hold him still.
Okay. Give me a dex. No. Yeah. Let's say strength. Your extermination.
You're damn right.
You're damn right.
Oh shit, that's a
Natural
17.
20.
Max it out.
As Edgar is crawling towards you with a choking noise in his throat, you guys see Dale loops it around his head, and he's like, "Whoa, whoa!" And he's got him on the end of a rod.
He's like
And
a cartoon dog
Edgar's
catcher.
strong as hell.
Oh, he's got some fight in him.
I'll,
like that wrestle the gator.
I'll go in to try to get his arms behind his back, like, I was going to arrest him, except I don't have cuffs on me because I assume those were in the car. So I just try to get down there and see if I can wrangle his arms behind him,
I got
get him
some zip ties in the truck. Hold on.
Of course you do.
I run to the
Zip tie
ranger and get some zip ties. You know, a lot of times throttle cables come off the lawnmower. I got to put these on there with these zip ties.
Yeah. You got the zip
All the
ties.
time.
You might have to double them up. You don't have big ones, but
Yeah.
if you do a double, you're good.
I'm on a 10 for like a strength brawl just to try to grapple his arms behind him and get him pinned.
He's feisty. You've got him behind him, but he's not giving in and he's not quitting.
Damn it.
Captain Curion's on fire tonight. That's good shit. I like that a lot.
Nothing on the Henderson dog. Pit bulls. It's always a pit bull. Pit
That was
bulls
the
are
damn
strong.
Chihuahua. It was always the Chihuahuas.
Who knew collies were that vicious?
Man, that's right off the wrist.
Terrier, more like terror.
He's struggling. You guys are holding him down, but he's not stopping and he's not giving in. He's just
God, we gotta have to put him somewhere. He's gonna.
We gotta get him
as
to
he's
a hospital or
turning,
something.
and you guys are sort of holding him down. Duke's got his like hands on him, stomach down, the standard arms behind your back cop maneuver, and you guys start hearing cracking as you see Edgar start twisting his own head backwards, and then you hear, and he's got his head as far away back. You see like there's bone popping noises.
I'd say we're well past meth country around here.
Damn.
How close are we to a main road?
At the end of the parking lot is the road for the marina, which curves around the coastline as a thoroughfare. It's like the marina road is like a frontage road, not really like less than a block away from a major road in town.
So is anybody ever driving down it like I could go flag someone down?
If they are coming along these businesses, yes, but I wouldn't call it a heavily trafficked road.
Okay. And this is like nighttime, right?
This is like mid-afternoon.
Oh, mid-afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason I was thinking this was at night.
This is your last day on the water. It took you guys the better part of the day to come back in.
Duke,
All right,
Dale,
well-
you got this?
He's I don't know what this is.
Well,
You guys zip tie him. He can't get back up, and he's trying. But it's just. And then
Oh. And then
from the tree line beyond the road, beyond the parking lot, you see stumbling down, falling, and then getting back up, a woman. It's Deb Clymer,
Deb.
who in town is a local waitress. Deb's in her mid 40s. And as she gets back up and starts stumbling towards you guys, you see she is missing an arm.
yeah, that's what I was
What
afraid
in the
of.
hell?
Guys, let's load up here in the mothership. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out.
And welcome, gentlemen, to our new game,
Okay.
There it is.
Don't Sleep.
Oh no.
Oh,
Good stuff.
Don't sleep.
All right.
We're writing that at the top.
don't sleep.
Don't.
New game title. No longer Dark Secret. It's Don't Sleep.
Sleep.
Oh man. Don't sleep.
Shit.
All right.
I need all of you in the meantime to send me your family and friends you bothered to write down on the sheet. I'll be rolling to see if they are currently
I was gonna
alive.
say if they're alive
Right
That's
on.
awesome.
or undead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. Nice.
I will be sending you the core book. We are working off the all flesh must be eaten rule system.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Nice.
Nice.
I did some research and it's sort of agreed upon on the internet as the seminal zombie system. That if you want zombies, it's a reliable system.
It's a
There
very
are some agreed
hybrid
upon-
between, a White Wolf and a D&D.
Yeah.
You know, it's very White Wolf skill based, but still has some D&D flair to it, so it's cool.
It is D10s, 8s, 6s, and 4s, and that's the only dice used in the system.
Everything but
And
Yep.
oh no, I guess
and I've left out some stuff because I wanted to purposely mask the system. So we left out the basically flaws merit section. I'm just not going to bother. I don't want to go into it. I'd rather play it out for flavor, and then we'll just do it as is. And that's where we're at, gentlemen. So welcome to Don't Sleep. You shouldn't, and they don't.
Nice. Oh man.
You should.
So,
they don't.
If you like zombies, chat, come by next week as our heroes, Class of 06, tries to work their way out of Rome, Maine.
Good shit.
Are we doing next week? Or are we doing every other week?
We're doing next week as the first official game, which is what I originally said in the announcement.
Okay.
And then it was sort of a surprise of whether or not we would stream character creation.
Gotcha.
So we did.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Very
right,
cool.
right.
Right on.
Very cool.
And it's every other after that.
Yep.
From then on, it'll be every other because I can't sustain a weekly game.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, that's tough.
Next week, I will be gone.
Well,
sorry.
I didn't realize it was next week. My bad.
It's okay.
When you come back, we'll give you the +1 weed eater. And
Yes.
+1.
Yes.
Slide a +1 weed eater.
It must be a skill then.
+1.
They've got some of the best weed eaters in the market right now.
I gotta play up reality. So what's gonna happen is if one of you aren't here, then you have passed out due to shock, or you freaked out and you're in some
not
sort of
supposed to
anxiety
sleep.
state.
oh boy.
And so that means everybody else has to deal with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what'll have happened is this is just too much for Walter. This is not okay.
I'm used to like some rimsulfuron or some metasulfuron methyl, but I ain't used to no zombies. Let me tell you that right now.
I mean, that's Edgar Green right there on the ground.
Mm-mm.
That's Deb Clymer coming. You guys know these people.
I know him.
So
I like the picture.
Awesome.
The picture of the priest in the book here, it looks like, is pretty much exactly Preacher.
Yeah.
He looks just like Preacher.
The core rulebook is, I found it pretty easily online as a download, and the one copy I have, I will send all of you. I managed to screw up the PDF today at work, so I'll just have to re-download it.
Oh wow, this came out in '99.
Yep.
Cool.
See, pretty fitting, huh? Huh? Huh?
Right there.
Sorry.
it is.
Kill
That's
PJ.
actually true. Oh,
That was you.
Sorry.
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
I was trying to. So I'm thinking of like, what's the
True.
reason? What's the reason we get together? And I'm like, you know what? It needs to be like a midlife crisis. Like one of our friends dies, and like
Yeah.
we all realize that shit, like this could happen to any of us, type thing. And Levi's like, dude, that is brilliant. That's where my input is stopped. I literally know nothing after this game, which is great.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
All flesh must be eaten.
If you'll look at the
What
character sheet
name?
for All Flesh, I modded it heavily. I changed the names of attributes. I threw out skills. I changed the name of endurance to fatigue. I'm like, I have to hide every part of the sheet, or one of them's gonna crack it in 5 minutes. So,
Guys, there is a module for World War II sourcebook called Band of Zombies.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Here, I'll give you some of the cooler parts that I liked for flavor, and then I
also
got a wrap for the night. But
Hong Kong action theater called Enter the Zombie.
yeah, the core rulebook gets really cool with like every possible iteration you could have. But let's see. Yeah, okay. So the basic zombie, their getting around rating is called slow and steady. Their strength is dead Joe average. Their intelligence is dumb as deadwood. That's the official name of it. And if you are looking up, actually, I won't get to that because you wouldn't know. So
you wouldn't know.
you wouldn't
Wouldn't
know.
know.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Although I have a feeling that Dale probably has ran into a zombie sometime down there in the bayou.
Well, there were
When he
different
was in
kind
that
of zombies, though. They
They're
were,
different.
They actually just had paint on their face.
They were just cultists.
Are you suggesting? Are
rival
you suggesting they were Southern Baptists instead of Northern Baptists?
well, it makes a difference. Believe it or not, it makes a hell of a difference what they are into and what it is that you have to do to get away from.
That said, I gotta call it for a night because
That's
I have to
awesome.
wake up and teach the
Awesome.
youth of America art tomorrow. In
That's
the time of
amazing.
COVID.
I love it.
All right.
I love it.
Excited. Well, let's
Good
raid
stuff.
somebody then.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
raid away.
raid somebody. All right. Thanks,
Let me see
everybody.
who we got on
Coming
the
to
list
watch
here
us
for
meet
raids tonight.
silly gooses.
Join us next time. It's a
Silly geese.
completely different layout. I already have an overlay. I have an overlay design that Clint's going to be helping me
Nice.
work up, and I spent time on it. It's
I
pretty.
spent time on it.
Let's see.
Freaking
Oh, I'm going through the list to see who we got here to raid. Mimics and Monstrosities is on. Let's
What a
find
great name.
Monstrosities.
It
Mimics
is.
and Monstrosities.
I like them.
Yeah.
Mimics
Well,
and
thanks for the
Monstrosities.
Raiders who came in and stuck with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For our own
appreciate
benefit
that.
as well.
Around.
Very
You
cool.
don't
We're gonna
have
pass
to
it along
stay.
here.
Thank you for staying.
It was a good time. Lots of silliness found.
Lots of
Oh,
silliness.
there's going to be more silliness. The best is every time a zombie shows up, they'll be named, and you guys will be able to spit facts about them.
And then you're gonna have to furiously write them down as we're.
I've already got a list of
Canon.
names. I've already got a list of
That's
names.
We are out of here. Go say hi to Mimics and Monstrosities. We'll see you later.
See you
All
later.
right.
Thank
Thanks
you very
everybody for
much. Remember,
stopping in.
don't
We
sleep.
appreciate it. Don't sleep. They don't.
Nice.
It looks like we're.